Hey, how you guys doing? Welcome. I'm talking about what's going on in Aries season, which begins March 20th. And it's really interesting because it's the astrological new year. In the Northern Hemisphere, it's the spring equinox, but we can just call it the March equinox so that, everyone is included, because there is this equinox that's going on the planet. And I want to talk about the transits, what is really good for Aries season, like what's really important to know. And in astrology, anytime the sun is moving into a new sign, that's called a solar ingression. So that's when the sun is going from one sign into another. And since the sun never goes retrograde, like Mercury, for example, it always wants to keep moving forward. So each ingression represents the next step that we need to take. So if this is the first time you're listening to me talk about astrology, I approach it in a very practical way. None of this kind of like new age feel good stuff, even though you might feel good from the things I have to say. But it's really about things that you need to hear so that you can grow, that you can align yourself, and that you can elevate your mind and your consciousness. So everything in our world is coming from the sun. Everything is coming from sunlight. All of the ions, the atoms, all of the cosmic pixels, if you will. Everything is influenced by the sun. So when the sun, from our point of view, in that system that we have set up, known as astrology, is moving into another sign, in this case Aries, everything is being filtered by that constellation, that setup of stars that we call Aries, and it's all being filtered before we receive it here on Earth. I want to also mention there is a very powerful thing that happens at the beginning of Aries and the 12 days after, but I actually did a separate video, a different event on that. So I only want to talk about Aries because there's so much to talk about here that I want to just really focus on what's going on this Aries season 2025 because it is one of the biggest things of the decade. I'm just going to tell you right now, Neptune is moving into Aries. Okay, this is gigantic. So I'm going to build my way up into that. And we're going to just like dive into it. So here you see on the chart here what's going on. Aries is the first zodiac sign. It contains all the potential of all of the signs. It's that seed level energy. It's a sign that also allows us to access the vision that we need to move forward in our life. So whatever it is, with lots of energy. And so it's really also a reminder every time we have this astrological new year that no matter how many times we are going around and around and around in the zodiac, in the circle of life, we learn something new, hopefully. So we can get throughout the whole month of Aries the clarity and the vision that we need to see the bigger picture. So that's really exciting because Aries is also this time where we're pressing the start button. It's time to press go. It's not the best time to sustain things. That's going to be more in the following month. In Taurus, which is the builder, but Aries is about this bold action we need to take in our life, the fast decisions that we need to make, these high energy moves to increase performance, optimize our reality. And then in 30 days, like in Taurus, we're going to slow down and build on these things in a proper way. I also want to mention my book, Zodiac Hacks, is a really good time now to crack it open because you can begin reading about Aries season in depth. So here we have it, right here. So the book right here has a lot of good information about how to get through Aries season, improve your relationship with Aries, and work within the Aries within you. Everybody has Aries within them, just like everyone has a brain, okay? I think so. And we should. But so anyhow, very good time for launching new projects, starting new fitness, pushing forward. We want to hold off on major financial commitments and overworking without rest. Aries energy can lead to burnout. It's like this spark energy, and it sometimes has a hard time sustaining it. So you want to be able to rest. So take the bold moves, but avoid rushing decisions without a plan. You need a plan, okay? It's a very good time for strength training, even physically, trying new workouts. I love it. And it's very good for loving, passionate energy in relationships. Good for new relationships, resparking relationships. But once again, avoid the impulsive decisions, especially all my Aries dominant charts out there. What's up? Okay. And really good time for meditation as well. If you need a good meditation, contact me. I'll send it to you. We're probably going to get into a meditation here at the end of this video. As you know, as I'm proceeding through what it is that we need to be mindful of, which includes headaches, overthinking, a lot of energy in the head, very good time for mental clarity, and this meditation. We need to be meditating. Because Aries is so fast and impulsive, it can sometimes lack patience. So please, please, please just take it easy and dive into some kind of new philosophy or new meditation. I think this is going to be a great way to manifest that energy. All right. Looking at the chart here. So when I'm looking into a chart, I'm seeing like what's diving out right away. And I see in the chart for Aries 2025 that we have, even though it's like with, we have a water trine, even though it's with a point and not a planet, it's called the vertex. So we have a grand trine between Saturn and Pisces, the vertex in Scorpio, and Mars and Cancer for the chart that I have casted, which is 0 degrees and 0 seconds Aries. It's nice. It's very nice. So a grand water trine, or like a water trine, is very harmonious because all these planets are in the same element, which is water, but it doesn't really get along so well with fire. But luckily, Aries has water energy within it. So the water triangle is emphasizing a lot of emotional depth this month, intuition, and I would even say the astrological year, because this is the chart for the astrological year. It can be a little bit passive or over idealistic if it's not actively utilized. So Saturn and Pisces, this is, it's my goodness. Saturn and Pisces is about learning lessons through spirituality, having discipline in emotional boundaries. The vertex in Scorpio is about these encounters that feel fated, this transformation through very deep connections. And then, of course, we have Mars in Cancer, which is about emotional drive, protective instincts, and these deeper inner motivations. So what does this all translate into? Well, it's going to make us over emotional, a little bit passive, and also kind of avoiding reality. The water trines can make us a little bit hypersensitive or nostalgic or stuck in these kind of emotional cycles. Don't worry, I'm going to explain how to get over it, but I need to explain what it is first. And there could be a lot of flow, but no momentum. So, it sounds very new agey, right? So there's like a lot of flowing energy in there and nothing is happening. I'm from LA, so I can say that. This is like totally LA. All talk, no walk. So without effort, nothing's going to happen. The potential is going to stay stuck. That Aries fire energy is going to stay stuck. And then we have also the Saturn-Neptune influence, because of the Saturn and Neptune are both in Pisces. It's going to kind of blur the boundaries between reality and illusion. So what do? We need to focus on the Saturn here. So, and like I said, I'm talking about Aries season, but really this is for the next 12 months. So use Saturn as the anchor. Instead of getting lost in emotions, build spiritual and emotional discipline. That's Saturn and Pisces. Find a spiritual path. Really commit to it. So important. Okay? I cannot emphasize this enough. And then take those steps with the Mars in Cancer. It needs purpose and direction. Use it to act on your emotional needs rather than react impulsively. And then you can channel these emotions into creativity or healing. And I'm going to talk about what we can focus on, what we can heal in Aries a little bit later. Also, what I see in the chart is that there is a lack of planets in Earth, okay? Yeah, you have Uranus and Taurus, but that's basically it. Yeah, South Node's in Virgo, but it doesn't really help the situation here. So there's an absence of Earth, and it's like that means that stability, practicality, the material grounding is not really coming strongly, all right? So our focus is on ideas, emotions, and action. But once again, we don't have Earth, so it's going to be very difficult to implement, to have consistency. We need to establish, so what we need to do is have routines, daily responsibilities. We need to focus on the financial matters, long-term planning. Very, very, very important. They are not frustrating. It is not unimportant. We need to focus on that. We need to get anchored, because we will feel a little bit like we're experiencing a strong pull towards our intuition and our emotions. That's great if we know how to do that. It might also be towards our instincts, which is not the same thing as intuition, but we often confuse the two. And if you find that's the case, you're going to struggle with manifesting, all right? So we need to lean into that Saturn energy as the stabilizer. Saturn is the only planet with that grounding potential in this chart. So this means that we have to develop a sense of discipline, practicality, structure in that creative routine. You cannot be creative without having structure. Otherwise, you're going to lose everything. It's happened to many artists, many. So, and on the other side, like I said, spiritual responsibility. You really commit to your growth, to your spirituality, the higher power, whatever it is. So important. All right? Very good. So, let's go into, now actually, before we have the sun moves into Aries, it's going to be for a day or so in exact alignment with Neptune, 29 degrees Pisces. So this is huge, you guys, all right? This happens like once a year, but in 29 degrees Pisces, that doesn't happen, okay? It does not happen. This is a little bit of like, am I lost in a dream or am I being found in a vision? So imagine that you are waking up and you're excited about a project, but by midday, you are overwhelmed and you have self-doubt. That's what this is, okay? You might be, daydreaming about success, but you're not taking the concrete steps. So you need to really kind of stay focused and not get pushed here and there by all the stories and stuff that you're hearing. You might feel foggy, unmotivated, lost in fantasy, but really turn these daydreams into action as much as you can, or just sleep it off and allow yourself to have that healing energy. Also very, very important, because you can get inspired. You can do what's called a lot of dream work. I'm definitely going to suggest that. So that's before Aries starts. Then on March 20th, we have Aries is actually beginning. Oh, Lordy. So this is like, you have the motivation, the energy is there. All these things I talked about regarding Aries season, all of that is applying. We have quite an interesting chart for the astrological year, so please channel that Aries energy into something productive. All right. And then we have, here we had the Sun conjunct Neptune and the Sun going into Aries. And then we have on the 27th, the planet Venus is going to be moving into Pisces. And on the same day, it's going to be aligning with Neptune. So this is like, very interesting, because Neptune rules over Pisces. Think of it like there could be a lot of over-romanticizing relationships, but also a huge emphasis for inspiration. There's lots of creativity flowing, but I want to say, if it feels too good to be true, please investigate further, because there could be a lot of like this, you're falling in love instantly with someone. Maybe you meet on an app, and it's like, I feel like we've known each other forever, and a month later it's like this person is not who they said they were, or not what I was projecting onto them, what I thought they were. There's a lot of kind of this emotional vulnerability. So just investigate. Just look. You can enjoy romance and creativity, but in already stable, grounded relationships or projects. All right. And there's lots of inspiration, but it could also be illusion. So please be careful. It's like if you're getting suddenly inspired to write, the most beautiful love song, and you feel like you're channeling something divine, but you're ignoring the red flags in a toxic relationship, and because there's some quote unquote deep soul connection that's really not there. So really, just you're looking through the rose colored glasses. All of us are doing that, and don't ignore the flaws. Bring it in for having compassion and healing and elevating that, and practicing that self-love for yourself and others. Very important on the 27th. And then on the 29th, I'm going to talk about this specifically later, but we're having that solar eclipse. This is another reset, and it's following up the lunar eclipse we had. Oh my God. Unexpected stuff. There could be dramatic changes. There lots of emotional intensity. I mean, imagine someone's getting unexpectedly laid off. You have, and then being forced into finding a new career path. Someone else might meet someone who's changing your life forever. All kinds of stuff. I've seen it all happen. So my advice is to surrender to the change, stay flexible, pay attention to the signs, the opportunities, and the synchronicities. They are just going to appear, okay? Because what feels like an ending is going to actually be a beginning, okay? So don't worry about that. And then we have the planet Mercury on the 30th is moving into Pisces. Wow, okay. And that's because it's already retrograde. I talked a little bit about that already. But we also there's going to be that alignment again with Neptune. And I don't have it on there on the screen, but I want to talk about that because there could be more misunderstandings and text messages that's starting arguments because it is Aries season. There might be also having very vivid lucid dreams. Pay attention, be mindful of that. Don't bother, like if you're having mental fog, saying things that are not making sense, saying things that you don't mean, but just don't fall for deception once again. Scams, manipulative people, misleading media, all this stuff. Be very clear when communicating. Meditation. And I would just say once again, better wait before making like these big commitments. Just wait. Okay? A couple weeks is not going to make a difference. Then you guys, this is what we've been building up for. The most important thing of the decade. Neptune is entering Aries. Okay, so I've talked about this extensively in my 2025 forecast, which you should definitely get. Look, here it is. And also the Aries essential oil blend. We have essential oil blends for all the signs, helping you to heal, overcome the planets, and really activate the best qualities of the things. And then you have the 2025 forecast. It's in there extensively, but I need to say a word on this because this is like spirituality and getting like a whole new identity almost. All right. There's a new movement is beginning. There's going to be very passionate people who want to change the world. Someone might develop a very strong personal belief system using this transit, but we need to act on it. So Aries is the action energy. Neptune, I mean, this is like I said, I went into like a huge deep dive with this. I cannot get into that right now, but it's happening now. There could be like radical beliefs, impulsive spirituality, like this, I often talk about it as like how we're trying to like put out fires with our tools and our spirituality, but we actually need to make it like a lifestyle. Or another issue could be where we're blindly following leaders or ideologies that are taking off a cliff and they haven't taught us how to fly yet. And I'm not saying you should do that at all. That's actually like really stupid, really dangerous. But there could be a lot of passion without patience, wanting these immediate answers without really doing the work. Okay, so use this inspiration for good, stand up for what really matters, but stay open to new perspective, because the Aries wants to be balanced by that Neptunian energy of introspection. So trust in your path. Don't blindly follow trends or gurus. That's the main warning here. And if you want like more information about this, please, like, I have the book you can get on my site, or you can read the whole forecast for free on my site as well. And we have the Aries Essential Oil Blend to help you with this transit. You can use it in an aroma lamp. You can rub it into your hands. Just like it's really, really healing and helpful for all these transits. Okay, notable mentions of the Aries season is we have Mars trine Saturn, Venus trine Mars, Mars conjunct Saturn, and Mercury will go direct. There's a calendar you can sync with your device. You can just contact me, leave a comment or something, and I'll try to figure out how to get it to you. But basically, it's like these transits are helping us to work hard and make things more real, because there's like a lot of Saturn energy, and then also we have the Mercury going direct is like gonna change the flow of energy as well. So all these transits, they present different challenges, but they're also offering us different rewards, and your free will, how you choose to use this energy, is going to determine how it's going for you. So it's like that's what's really important, what we really need to know about. Okay. One more transit we have. Sun is going to conjunct Chiron on April 12th. This is huge because this is about healing of the identity. There could be some painful self-awareness stuff coming up, a reopening of old wounds. We want to transcend it by healing through self-acceptance and acknowledgement of past pains. It's a very good time for therapy, meditation, personal transformation. And along these lines, I want to say, because Aries is connected to the muscles, the head, but it's also connected to the gallbladder and the bile and all the, like, those processes. So because Aries rules over, and I developed Astrology, which is astrological healing. I heal with the astrology, but it's like Aries governs over action and initiation and energy, but on that physical level, like Aries is with that gallbladder and the function of storing and releasing bile to break down and digest fats. So this is about processing, breaking down, and utilizing energy efficiently. So whether that's in life decisions or within the body itself, we have these different layers, these different levels of processes. Okay, so there could be some gallbladder issues. Okay, which are usually connected to impulsiveness, stress. Aries is moving fast and intense, and it's often leading to high stress levels. So chronic stress, so like long-term stress, can trigger what's called bile stagnation or excessive bile production. And this can lead to stones, like gallstones, poor fat digestion, abdominal discomfort. So we want to be mindful of this. The oil can be very helpful for like these areas as well, like the essential oil. The like it helps with the Aries meridian, which I think I'm going to show you here in a second. But this is about this healing, the Sun Chiron healing. So if you have been struggling with poor fat metabolism, for example, or energy imbalances, the Aries energy thrives on constant movement, but without proper digestion, nutrients like fatty acids and vitamins A, D, and some others, they will not be absorbed well. So this can result in fatigue, dry skin, weak immune system, hormonal imbalances, and this blocked Aries energy. So that can also bring some digestive disruption. So if the Aries energy within you is not being expressed properly, say you have suppressed anger or you have frustration, it can create stagnation both in life and in the gallbladder, leading up to bile buildup, for example. So what we want to do is we're going to do a meditation. So here you see the Aries pathway, the meridian in the body, and it's really interesting because it goes through the head, and it like creates like the ram horns in the head, and it goes all the way down to the feet. It's really interesting. So what we want to do is relax. Aries is prone to overworking and burnout, so we need to meditate, deep breathing, relaxation techniques. I'm going to put in a meditation here, which we can do throughout the whole season, and this is going to help support the the bile flow and the emotional health. It's going to help also improve fat digestion. Aries needs healthy fat, so this is like olive oil, nuts, healthy fats, fish oil, and sometimes the fried processed stuff can be a little bit heavy. It can, and also the rage, the emotions, that can do it too. So we want to stimulate bile flow naturally. So bitter greens, vitamins. I have really good vitamins for bile flow. Lemon water in the morning, turmeric, ginger, reducing inflammation, because inflammation's anger. Aries can have lots of inflammation, problems like with arthritis, stuff like that. We want to calm all this down through movement, processing emotions, regular exercise, all of these things. Yoga. I have different kind of asanas for Aries season. Vessel building, where we have the app coming, the updated app, the wellness app that I've had for many years now. We're getting a whole new face to it. So Aries, express and process your emotions. Anger, frustration are stored in that liver and the gallbladder. Liver's Taurus, gallbladder's Aries. So finding healthy outlets for expression, preventing the emotional stagnation from manifesting as these like physical blockages. We definitely don't want that. So there's a lot of fire with Aries. It can create digestive inflammation. Be mindful of spicy foods, heavy fats, and that solar eclipse that's happening. Oh my God. And all these transits that I was talking about, like there could be more impulsive eating, digestive sensitivity. So just keep this all in mind, okay? And we can book a healing if you need more help with that. We have all kinds of stuff there as well. But the gallbladder, like Aries, it's all about action, you guys. It's storing the bile until it needs to release it. And Aries waits for the right moment to strike, to break these things down. Mars is the ruler. It's breaking down habits. So balancing that fire with mindful eating and stress and management, all this stuff, so important, okay? So we are now going to do a meditation with this Aries energy. So basically what you need to do, this is optional, but I would highly suggest it, is I'm going to guide you through a light meditation, a quantum meditation, where then you're going to download the light, access the light, and heal your body. And then you're going to use that light energy to create kind of the reality you want throughout Aries season. And we're gonna do that by accessing the archetype called the Emperor, which is the ruler and the creator of Aries. And we're gonna go into this tarot card, and because we're gonna access this energy, and then we're going to program the month ahead by radiating light that we want. So you need to know where Aries is ruling in your chart. Very important. You can contact me. I can tell you. I just need your birth information, and I can tell you where, within reason, I can tell you where Aries is ruling, because then that's going to be the area of your life where Aries is manifesting. Very, very important, because like I said, we all have Aries within us. So go ahead, figure it out. What does that mean for you? There's different house meanings as well that this represents. And let me see if I can get it up here. Okay, you can. I'm just able to squeeze them in here. I want to go over it. So, depending on where Aries is manifesting in your life is going to determine what your situation is like with Aries season. So, for example, if you have Aries on the first house, this is about the self and your identity. It's about amplifying your confidence, your self-expression, your personal drive. You might feel more impulsive and take direct action toward your goals. Now, I want to also say, because there are so many different transits going on with this Aries season, there's a lot there's a lot to consider here, because you know, if you have it in the first house, that means Neptune is going to be going there as well, like eventually, okay? So there could be some impatience, some impulsiveness, some acting without thinking. I think that level is going to be a little bit too specific at this point to get into that here, but just keep this in mind. It's going to have a big influence like on your body. If Aries is ruling over your second house, this is about financial independence, self-worth, material stability, financial recklessness. Watch out for spending on unnecessary things. Use the Aries energy to maybe start a side hustle or a financial goal that you have. Aries on the third house, this is about quick thinking, new ideas, bold conversations. Just be mindful of speaking too impulsively, blurting things out without thinking. Fourth house, this is about changes in your home, emotional independence. There could be some conflicts at home due to impulsiveness or impatience. So just be kind of mindful about that. Aries on the fifth house, passion, creativity, spontaneous fun. There could be some overconfidence or impulsive decisions in romance and creativity. So it's a great time to take risks in artistic pursuits or start a passionate relationship, okay? Use the Aries energy to explore new creative outlets, I would say. Sixth house Aries, focus on work, motivation, health, new routines. Watch out from the burnout like I was talking about earlier. Use that energy to break bad habits and really establish healthier ones. On the seventh house, this is about relationship independence, really bold connections, and also standing up for yourself. So you don't want to be too dominant or impatient in relationships, but you might attract some dynamic people or the field to need to take control in partnerships. Be direct, but also really listen to your partner's perspectives. Use this Aries energy to strengthen healthy connections or walk away from stagnant ones. Wow, it's a big one. Eighth house Aries, deep emotional transformation, financial shifts, good time for cutting out toxic ties. Watch out for impulsive financial decisions. Use the Aries bravery to face fears and evolve. Ninth house Aries, travel, learning, expanding your beliefs. It's a really good time for starting a course, planning a trip, or embracing new perspectives. Watch out for acting on impulse without considering the consequences. I'd suggest take calculated risks, okay, in learning and travel. 10th house Aries, bold career moves, leadership opportunities. The Aries season is going to bring motivation to take charge at work, start a business, or aim for a leadership role. There might be some overconfidence or work conflicts due to ego clashes, but just use the Aries ambition to make bold career moves, but keep it professional. Aries on the 11th house, this is about networking, social action, future planning. It's a really good time for making new connections, launching projects with the community, or pushing for social change. Watch out for clashing with friends or being overly idealistic. I'm going to suggest using the Aries boldness to inspire others, but really stay open to feedback. And then finally, if you have Aries in your 12th house, this is about inner healing, deep reflection, spiritual breakthroughs. The season's going to bring motivation to explore subconscious patterns and heal the past wounds. You can see it here on the keywords. Watch out for restlessness in your rest, okay? And feeling uncomfortable with your introspection. So use the Aries drive for this deep spiritual work and creative self-expression. So maybe this helps you to kind of see like what it is that you need to work on. how it relates to your goals, whatever they are. All right? Very good. So let's get into the meditation. You can pause and play as you need, but we're going to now go into the meditation here by working with this archetype called the Emperor. All right, so I want you to look at the card on your screen and just get into a meditative state of mind. And just focus on your breath. What we're going to do is some breath work to synchronize and access this energy so that we can get in. And on my command, I'm going to want you to inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Breathing regular. So in 3, 2, 1, inhale through your nose. Hold. Exhale through your mouth. Now inhale through your mouth. Hold. Exhale through your nose. And inhale through your mouth again. Hold. And exhale through your nose. Last time, inhale through your mouth. And exhale through your nose. Just breathe in your normal way. And looking at the card on your screen, I want you now to just see it and close your eyes and see the card in front of your inner eye. And you blow the card up to life size, and you notice a glass door between you and the card. You open the glass door and you step into the card, and you look around in the environment and notice anything that stands out. And now, I want you to bring your focus onto your body, onto your abdomen, just above your navel. And there's a point, an energy center called your solar plexus. And you focus on this solar plexus energy center. And you see how with every inhalation and exhalation, light is being pumped through your veins and your body and spreads throughout your whole body, all the way up your spine into your head and all the way down your legs into your feet. And with every inhalation and exhalation, your body is nourished with this beautiful light, healing your red blood cells, your muscles, and also your face. what you present to the world, your cranium, and the motor centers of your brain are all being filled with this healing light, energizing any tired cells, any frozen, stuck parts of you. And now you see how your inner sunshine radiates from within you into your environment. And you see your environment illuminated with this beautiful sunlight. I want you now to take notice of what is revealed by this healing light. And now we're going to pre-program the Aries season ahead by radiating more light into the environment that will return to you throughout the month in ways seen and unseen. On my count, you're going to exhale this light out into your environment. 1, 2, on 3. 3. Inhale deeply. And now exhale this light out into the environment. Resume normal breathing. This allows you to change your fate and achieve your purpose. Now I want you to thank the environment and say goodbye. Approach the door you used to enter and step out of the card. Close the glass door behind you and shrink the card back to its original size. Open your eyes and journal your experience and what you saw. Feel free to do this meditation as needed throughout the season. Thank you guys so much, and until next time.